You're all good?
Well, we're talking about.
So we're
Fun view?
Yeah, I know. I had to get back to our class.
You just go in the front view. Just like
we like Fortnite.
you can go.
We like
Are you
Fortnite.
good?
I picked up on that.
Ah, I picked up on this.
Just put it like lean it up against the thing.
Yeah, that's us.
No, like on the side.
Yeah, that one. Can we?
Is dance. Baba Duke.
Don't worry, no. This is the worst
Baba
side
Duke.
on the whole
Let's
time.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Can we turn off the backlight too? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
The anal ambassador.
Fortnite, sex, and stuff.
this is why Fortnite is related to sex. Okay. I don't think we need to introduce ourselves. Continue. Where the sperm are made. Dun dun dun. The
Seminiferous
This-
tubules.
The seminiferous tubules directly correlate to the motherboard of the computer because this is where all the information comes from. More like the father's board, am I right? Because it's made in a man's body. Okay. The testes are where the information comes from. So they would be the whole computer, like including the motherboard. The scrotum would be in direct correlation to stop making me laugh. The scrotum would be in direct correlation to the computer casing because this keeps all the components in one piece. Otherwise, your components may end up something like this, and that is not a good thing.
Where the sperm are stored. The sperm are stored in a magical place called the epididymis. And the epididymis is similar to the hard drive of the computer, since this is where all the information and sperm are stored.
Continue.
Alright.
The sperm's magical journey. The vas deferens correlates to the wiring of the computer because the information, or sperm, has to travel through this to form the player model on your screen. The seminal vesicle is the next stop on this one-way train down to Vagina Town. In other words, the graphics card of your computer. Okay, the image got a little messed up. I'm sorry about that. But basically, there's like a little fan on it, and there's like it helps run the game.
I forgot that.
Okay, this is because the seminal vesicle coats the sperm in a sugary fluid on their way to the destination, and the graphics card makes the player model look better in Fortnite. Otherwise, your game would not run well.
You want to do the continue?
Yeah, I'll do the continue. The sperm's magical journey. Cunt. The next stop down the barrel of this cannon is the prostate. The prostate coats the sperm. The prostate coats the sperm in another magical fluid, which is similar to the data being sent between servers. Like between your Wi-Fi and Epic Games HQ.
Yeah.
Some complicated stuff. Because of this flow, if this flow of data is interrupted, then your sperm die, or you will lag in game. Basically the same thing. The Cowper's gland is the last rest stop before your sperm are blown into a different dimension. This is why it is similar to the pre-game loading screen or getting onto the battle bus. Where the sperm or players will fight to the death to cop that epic victory royale. Wait, don't skip it. I have to explain this picture. So obviously we can see the signals being broadcasted right here, and that's your player getting onto the battle bus. Don't mind this guy. Yeah, he's kind of cool.
The most important part of the journey. Before the sperm find themselves navigating their way through each jabib, they must be forcibly shot through a narrow tube called the urethra, which is surrounded by tissue and skin. This makes up the penis. The penis can be directly linked to the battle bus in Fortnite because this bad boy has to penetrate the sky of Fortnite realm, better known as the vagina. The battle bus drops the players in this uncharted territory, similar to the sperm have to make their way to the penis into the vagina.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the battle bus.
Okay. The vagina, an unfamiliar territory. The vagina is where the sperm are fired into, super fast. The vagina is similar to the sky in Fortnite because just as the penis would shoot the sperm into the vagina, just like your grammar is so bad.
I know.
Just like the battle bus drops the players into the sky. Yeah.
The next stop, the cervix. The cervix is the passageway the sperm takes to get to the uterus. That is like how the players have to glide down to the island so they can advance in their journey, so they can get that loot.
Yeah, and as you can see, we have some nice images here of what it would look like when the sperm, the players, are coming into their destination, coming in hot, about to mess up some news. The open plains of the uterus. The uterus is an open area where the sperm go to, but this is also the most dangerous part of the journey. In the uterus, there are these antibodies that will kill the sperm so that they can't fertilize the egg. Pretty brutal. This is similar to the island in Fortnite because the island is the open area where the sperm, the players, have to navigate. Okay? But just like the uterus, there is something that will try and kill you, and that thing is the storm. Okay? If you do survive this, you will move on to the fallopian tubes.
The most epic part. After you make your way through the uterus, you find yourself at an opening, which leads to the fallopian tubes with a couple of survivors. The fallopian tubes where sperm travel to, so they can get to the egg. This is similar to the epic build battle you have at the end of the game, because you and other players are moving this intense fight for who will catch the dub.
Yep. The ovaries. The ovaries are the female reproductive organ that produces the egg cell. The ovaries also send out the egg cell into the fallopian tubes to help the sperm reach the egg. This is like how Epic Games HQ sends out the victory royale on the winner's screen. That's another thing between like the servers and like they show you the victory royale on your screen.
The key part, the egg cell. Now without the egg cell, obviously none of this would be possible. After all, there are millions of sperm aiming for one goal, fertilizing that victory royale. I mean the egg cell. In other words, the players or sperm must make it to the very end, which is the victory royale or the egg cell. This is the end of their thick and creamy action-packed road. McCreamy, that is. He was an epic gamer who has made it the final step of conception himself.
As you can see, victory royale. The big mama, conception. Conception is obviously becoming famous on Twitch.tv. Just like everyone's favorite streamer, Tyler Ninja Blender. But we both know which one is more important, right? The answer is obviously becoming famous on Twitch.tv. Because honestly, children are like farts. You can only stand your own. Use a condom, kids, please. And that concludes our presentation. We hope you enjoyed. Any questions? I'll take any questions right now. Miss Potter, do you have any questions?
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, my question is why you're filming